Welcome to the Florida Digital Newspaper Library. Hosted at the University of Florida, the Florida Digital Newspaper Library exists to provide access to the news and history of Florida. Foundational funding for the Florida Digital Newspaper Library came from the Florida's Library Services and Technology Act grants program, from the National Endowment for the Humanities National Digital Newspaper Program, and from the Institute for Museum and Library Services. Most recent additions to the collection have been the result of funding through the American Rescue Plan Act of 2021. Before we get started, it is important to note that you can choose an alternative language from the interface by selecting your desired language at the top right-hand corner of the page. Currently, we have English, Spanish, and French available. The main search screen presents an easy-to-use search box where you can type in the terms or phrases you are searching for. In this case, if I want to search for pottery making, I can use those two terms. In this case, it will bring back results where the terms pottery and making are found somewhere in the issue of the newspaper. If I wanted to make that a phrase search, I can put quotes around it and do search that same two words as a phrase. As you notice, this resulted in only 260 results. When you find the item you would like to look in, you can just click on the thumbnail of the image and that will load up the page for the newspaper you're looking for. In this case, here's an article about pottery. For more advanced searches, on the home screen, you can select other search options and choose advanced searching. In this case, we're going to be looking for the term homecoming as a search term. Then we're going to add Gainesville as the city where it's found, and then we're going to add a publication date of 1965. We can then hit search, and we'll have found homecoming articles from 1965 that are from Gainesville. In this case, we have Florida Alligator, which is a newspaper published in Gainesville. Additional search functionality exists through the tabs at the top. The title tabs, for instance, lets you explore newspapers by the newspaper title. You can do this by either looking at the titles on the alphabetical list and sorting by the first letter of the title of the newspaper. If you know a name in the title of the newspaper, you can also just type that in the filter titles section, and it will display the titles it finds to the right. Additionally, if you know the county that you're searching for, you can actually highlight the county, and it will display all the newspapers that we have in the collection in a certain county in Florida. Besides titles, you can also browse by publishers. So if you know the newspaper's publisher, you can always search that way. Additionally, there's a map search option where you can pick 2 points and find newspapers located in that area. We also have a date search option, so you can search between dates or by a single date if you know the exact date of a title. Thank you for joining me on this brief tour of the Florida Digital Newspaper Library.